am so glad that you could do this today. Sometimes when a parent and a child work, they use separate sand trays. And sometimes, as you already know, that just is a beautiful way for you to express your world. And today you've decided to do a single sand scene together, which will reflect the respect and honoring and love that you have for each other as also a part of who you are. Who are you as an individual? Reflecting yourself, you'll be finding figures that, oh, yep, that's me. And then also, and that's my mom, that's my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions?
Mm-hmm.
How about you? Okay, you have your baskets. Go ahead and select what you need. While you're selecting and creating, the video will not be taping.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
All right. What would you like to say to your mom? After doing this and taking a look and really listening to what she said, and yourself. Beautiful. What would you like to say to your mom?
One thing comes to our mind and you're I know exactly what you're thinking about, but we can't say it out loud.
I was going to say thank you, because without you, I wouldn't have anything.
Mm.
And it all comes from you.
Oh.
How was this experience for you today?
You go first? Me go first? It puts better visual and it creates more of a that's inside me. I knew it was there. It has always been there. But right now I can see it right in front of me and it kind of unfolds. So I can be more aware.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In a way.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. There's
like
so
all
many
this stuff
parts.
is inside us.
Yeah.
But we don't necessarily name it and think about it every day, but yet it has an impact on our everyday life.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
I think that this experience is like pretty cool because you just kind of get to like look at yourself not through a mirror. Like you get to break down parts of yourself that are really important to you.
And share them with each other. That isn't always the case. Often it's the individual doing their sand scening, and so it's one story. But to have the complexity of this weaving, where you can see yourself in each other's figures. You are an athlete, and you can see that in the strength and beauty of the ballerina. This compassion that you have for the world, that you both have a faith and a hope in humanity. There's so the sense of humor that you also have, the willingness to be generous with people. I see the fierceness in both of you, as well as the gentleness and the love and caring and learning from each other. And what a beautiful thing for a parent and a child to be able to be open enough that neither one of you says, I know it all. Neither one of you is saying, I'm really clear about myself, but very receptive. Is there anything that you want to say to therapists that you think that they should understand, or what you would want them to know about parent-child relationships, about being in a mother-daughter relationship? What do you want them to know? What do you think is important?
Even though they might like we share a lot similar things, not everybody thinks the same.
Right. So that there's going to be very independent, strong differences between how you see a situation or experience it or interpret it. from your mom. And you want therapists to be careful about that. Okay, what do you want therapists to understand?
I don't know. I have such an excellent one in front of me. I don't know what to
Very
say because with this whole case scenario, it's I mean, it opens itself as a Pandora's box, and I guess be interested in thinking outside the box.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like she said, there's all sorts of different nuances and levels of things, personalities and you know, vulnerabilities is one of the biggest ones, I guess, in family relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, kids not wanting to open up,
Yes.
kids keeping things inside because they're afraid to disappoint their parents
Yes.
or themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but I don't know how to.
No, I think
Unwrap
that's
all that.
beautiful. No, that's beautiful. Because you
Um,
want any therapist, no matter what their degrees are,
Mhm.
is to be aware that not to plunge in, not to be invasive, to have boundaries, but to protect each as an individual, as well as help build that connection, help support what's here. When you mention this, and then there's always a little sense of humor in here with the sign and with the lady. Yeah. Beautiful. I really appreciate your coming and taking time out.
Oh, it was a beautiful experience. It was
It's
fantastic.
it's an honor. I'm very pleased that we were able to do this, and we might be able to do something different as siblings, or you know, look at that in the future. Do you have any questions that you want to ask me? Do I have your permission to take photographs of this?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions? Do I?
I do have a question though, but I'm not the therapist, but I'm a little curious.
Yes, yes.
Now that you've done this, would you have done anything differently, or
That's a
would you
good question.
change anything
Huh.
about what you've just done? Now that we've been through the whole process, and you kind of, because I know you were a little
Yeah.
reluctant because you weren't quite understanding, but now that you have done it and participated, do you think you would have chosen different characters, or you would have?
That's a very good question. And at another time, since this makes more sense now, at another time you can explore, because you can go, it's like chapters in a book or even different books. You can go in and create a story together, or you can create your perspective on a lived experience. Other things you can do is, if you have a vivid imagination, you can go back in time and create your own childhood, an image from your childhood, and then you could reverse that as if you were the mom. What would you look like? What would you do? So there's a lot of different ways to turn this upside down and to and to really explore it in different ways. You're both very creative. You have vivid imaginations, very talented.
Yes, I can really see how, in you know, a therapeutic sense, how you're almost becoming at peace with your internal
Yes,
war.
that's beautifully stated.
Do you see that? Yeah. So you're not like every day walking around, you know, you don't always walk around thinking about how you're thinking and what you're feeling, but it's making you who you are every day. And if there's these things underlaying that you never really get to make peace with,
Yeah.
it can be pretty tumultuous.